and watch for the tutorial, which is in the next part of this video, and you can see how I did it and the process, how long it takes me to do it, etc., etc. So I love this. All right, so stay tuned. So this is my hair with zero product, freshly washed and deep conditioned. I use the Kevin Murphy shampoo and conditioner that I showed y'all prior to this in the review. And I also use the Function of Beauty deep conditioning mask. It's something that they sent to me. I didn't do a review or anything on it, but I've actually been liking it. It's like eucalyptus, really cool stuff. So I may do a video on that too. But yeah, this is how it looks. All right, so in my spray bottle, I have warm water, and then I also have some conditioner and some oil in here too, because I don't like just spraying water by itself. But I just like to get it a little more damp because it's been in the towel for quite some time. And then sections are going to be your best friend when using these products. It's in my earring. So I'm going to do a half up, half down section with my satin scrunchie. And then I have two sections here. I'm gonna clip this one. I love these clips so much. And then I thought I had another clip, but maybe not. Just detangling that with my fingers. Go in with some more water. I find that these products work better on really wet hair, so I actually like doing this as soon as I get out of the shower. But for the sake of the video, I didn't. So we have the Kevin Murphy leave-in repair that I showed y'all. This retails for $32. And then, let's see if I can open the pump. I do like that all the products come with a pump. And this is all I use, like per section is literally like one squirt. The products are expensive, but you don't have to use a lot of them. Of course, because, you know, we have curlier and thicker hair, we're going to use more than, I guess, other people would if you have thinner hair. But put it in my hands. Make sure I get those ends. And I do the lock method. Sometimes I do the LCO, like leave-in, then like the curl cream, then the oil. But for these products, I like to do the leave-in, then an oil, and then the curl product to seal everything in. I just get it on my roots to make sure that they're smooth out. I need my oil. Look how just pretty that leave-in made it. So pretty. The joys of living in the city. You get to hear the fire trucks, ambulance, all that good stuff. So the oil that I'm going to be using is the Prolong oil that I always talk about, VIP luxury hair, of course. And this oil is lightweight, strengthens, seals, and protects, and heals dry and itchy scalp. And then it's also for growth and length retention. So put some of that in there. Just run it through, concentrating on my ends. And then the last thing is going to be the Kevin Murphy Killer Curls. This one retails for $35.99. I did get those at two different salons, so it may be like $32 somewhere too, but I think it's $35 usually. And then I just prayer hands that through. And that was just one squirt to coat all of my hair. If you want to, for a little more security, a little half a squirt. Make sure you really get the roots too though. And then I go through with my brush to make sure it's evenly distributed through my hair and that I'm really smoothing out the roots. And then just shingle it through, and look at that, little ringlets, beautiful. So then just gotta do the whole head. So I got my next section, and this method doesn't take long at all, which is why I like it. You can either leave the house with your hair like this and it's gonna dry really pretty, or you can diffuse it and get the volume that you want before, you know, letting it just air dry. I've done it with this method. I've air dried before, diffused it. I like diffusing it just so I can know what it's gonna look like, but even with air drying it, it always comes out like really pretty. So I'm just do the next thing, do it all over. Leave and repair. I like to start at the ends and then just work it up. Since I started using these products, I do not use any other curl product in my hair. Honestly, I've tried every other brand. Of course, like with brands sending me things and even just me like going buy things. I've tried so many curl creams and different curl methods, and honestly my hair has never been softer. I don't get itchy scalp anymore because a lot of the other products that I was using for curl creams was causing so much buildup in my hair and on my scalp, and I don't experience that anymore with these products. I have been using them for probably like close to, let's maybe say like 4 or 5 months. And because before I told y'all about these expensive products, I wanted to make sure that, you know, it wasn't like, oh, it was pretty for one wash and go and then I never like used it again. I wanted to be sure of that and be certain. But I have used these products, you know, done probably like 30 wash and goes at this point, and I honestly can't think of another product, another curl product that works as good as this one and makes my hair feel as good as this one does. Like, y'all, this is like really such a good product. So doing the same thing, prayer handsing it through, making sure I get like the nape of my hair because I tend to not saturate that section of my hair enough and it tangles and frizzes when I don't have enough product on it. So I just shingle that through, prayer hands it through, whichever method you like to clump your curls you can do, but I like this one. I'm gonna go through with my brush. You don't need any gels, you don't need any heavy creams. Your hair is gonna be soft, and we're almost done. Now I just have the 2 top sections. Most important thing with the wash and go is whenever you are applying the product, make sure you're parting your hair how you plan to wear it. Don't do the product in 2 sections like this, but you want a side part, you know what I mean? You want this type of part, which I have like a natural side part that just kind of will like pop up. Then you need to do your wash and go and apply your product with your hair like that. That minimizes frizz, and it also helps the style to set better if you don't have, it helps the style to set better if you're not manipulating the part once you style it. Although there is no gel with this, the Killer Curls says an anti-frizz curl defining cream, and it really sets the product in place like a gel would without having like gel. So kind of like creates a cast on your hair without having gel or any heavy products. So I'm just put this into 2 parts, clipping this one out of the way. And then let's see, right there, you can see the difference, like with product versus without. I do this with my Denman brush a lot too, but it's broken, and this one has been doing really well. I got this one from Walmart. Denman brush is like $20, and after the way that it broke, I don't know if I really want to buy another one, so I've been using this one and I've been getting pretty similar results, so that's good. And it's important, like after you do the brushing out part, to not run your fingers in it again, because what the brush does is allows your curls to clump like this, and if you run your fingers through it, then it's going to disrupt the pattern that the brush helped to create in the definition. So now this is our last section. This part, which is like the crown of my head, I like to do in its own section, because that part of my hair, I'm not sure where it came from, but it's a completely different texture than the rest of my head. I've said that several times before, and a lot of y'all said that y'all have the same thing where you have like one section of your hair that's just completely different as far as texture. So I'm just gonna ponytail that out of the way, then divide this into 2 sections, clipping the top out of the way, clipping the top out of the way, So you can work with this smaller section. Gonna spray it good at the root. Use that brush from the ends to help detangle. Leave in repair. Make sure you get that underside. I watch so many wash and go tutorials, and when people do sections, they tend to forget this part, but that is where a lot of your frizz is gonna come from. If that part, if you don't put any product on that part, that's gonna be the first part to frizz, and if this is frizz, it's gonna make that, you know, stand up. So make sure you get that part. And I like to apply my oil to both sides as well. Killer Curls. I think that's a really cute name, by the way. Killer Curls, and it's like both with the, never mind, I thought both had a K, but they don't. A little more on my ends. And then now we're gonna use the brush to set that curl for us. Almost done, y'all. And then you want to place it where you want it to lay. So before I put the Killer Curls in, I already know that this part of my hair goes to this side. So when I apply it, I'm applying the Killer Curls. Make sure I'm getting the under part and the top and working it through. I'm just gonna use a little bit more to apply it to my ends. Then brush it. And there we go. Look how it's already starting to make like little ringlets before I even diffused it. Now we just have this one little section. This section. Wow, it's off the camera and I'm like slouching. This section, there we go, right there. And make sure I wet the roots really well and then just bring it all the way up. This hurts my shoulder so bad, but I'm about to brush it down like this. You get the root, I can't stress that enough. for sure on this part get the roots, because like I said, this part of my hair, I don't know what it is, but it's built different. It's just like a lot drier than every other section. It used to be really, really short, but my grow drops have helped me, and it's like grown out, but it really used to be like really short and damaged. So then I'm gonna use my oil and work that in, really getting that in the roots. I think I'm brushing. You just define that so nicely. So this is what I would basically leave the house like if I didn't want to. So this is basically what I would leave the house like if I didn't want to diffuse my hair, but I am going to diffuse it for the sake of this video and for the sake of time to show y'all how it comes out when I diffuse it. So look how defined. I'm loving that. So the blow dryer that I have is like an OG blow dryer. I've been having it for like 6, 7, 8 years probably. But this diffuser is a special diffuser. More info on that to come. But yeah, I'm just going to eat. Like after diffusing, we got some nice ringlet action going on, real defined. But of course, we've got to pick. You can't just go around with hair like this. Look at this, this is flat. This side I always get a whole bunch of volume from. I don't know why, but we got to pick this out and make it a little bit bigger. So I'll be right back. Before you pick your hair, always make sure it's completely dry. Like, you don't want to pick wet hair, first of all, because it's not going to go anywhere. But second of all, it's no second of all. You just don't do it. But I'm going to, before I do that, I'm going to put my VIP Luxury Hair Care Silk Shot Spray for smooth and silky hair. Sleek, shiny finish. But I use it because it's frizz protection and UV protection. And yes, like I always tell y'all, just how you got to put sunscreen on your face, you have to put some UV protection in your hair. So I just spray that all over and away from my face because we don't want to break out. Look at that shine though. And then go in with the pick, big dog pick. Sometimes I even like to spray my pick with that. I don't know if that does anything, but in my head, I feel like it makes less frizz. So we're gonna start at the root. We're not picking down here because that's not important. Just gonna go in and start lifting up at the root to give it some shape. This side is my big side. It's always pretty much picked, so I don't do that one a lot. But you're just lifting up. You're putting it inside and then lifting to create that shape that we want, because all of my hair is the same length. So if I don't pick my hair, then it looks like it has absolutely no shape. So just go in different places, and this always gives me a headache, but so for day one hair, this is big for me. I never have like this much volume on day one ever. Of course, as the week progresses, I usually, you know, will wear a wash and go for maybe like 3 to 5 days before I end up putting it in a bun or washing it or something and doing it over. But this is big for me. So sometimes I'll go in, put some of my edge control and put that side back to just give like a little more shape, something like that, you know the vibes. Or you can just leave it and go like the little curlies here if you want to. So there it is. This is how I do my wash and go with the Kevin Murphy hair products, along with my staples, which is VIP luxury hair that I always use. But I use the Kevin Murphy styling products. So if y'all have any questions about these products, please let me know below. Comment if you're thinking about trying them, and if you tried them and maybe you didn't try the method that I use, comment below. Let's have some dialogue down there. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.